Good morning and a happy Monday to each and every single one of you. This is going to be an absolutely superb week of content creation. I'm out here on the bike. Flowers behind me over there. I am in the town of Lampron. I've just filled up with water. I must admit, I did oversleep a little bit this Monday morning. I was up at 8 o'clock, but 20 past 8 I was out the door and on the bike, which obviously means that on my first day of not officially fasting anymore, I didn't smash in any oatmeal for breakfast before heading out the door. My rationale behind that was that the temperature today is going to be up above 40 degrees centigrade. So I was out the door at 20 past 8 on the bike. By 8:30 the cicadas were already screaming. That's how hot it's already getting. And with the time now at 20 past 9, I've got about a 15-minute descent and then about a 30-minute ascent back, come back straight past here, and then the 30-minute descent to get back home. So with that in mind, so I've got about an hour and a quarter, so it's like 20 past 9 now at the moment. So we're looking at say 9:30, 10:30. So about 10:30-ish, 10:30, quarter to 11, I'll be back at home, which is at least before the worst of the heat strikes. So which is why I did that. But at the end of my ride, I'm most definitely going to be having some oatmeal, and some oatmeal with a little bit of flair and difference for a change, and I'll share that with you once I get there. So see you in just a bit when I'll be mixing up my oatmeal for breakfast. And in the meantime, smash out the content. I'm going to be smashing out the rest of this ride to get my first win of the day, and then I'll be smashing out content as well. Let's make this Monday awesome. Greetings, I'm back from the bike ride, and now it's time to start putting breakfast together, which is going to be consisting of oats, or oatmeal as my American friends like to call it, a little bit of salt, no sugar, some protein powder, water, and then this extra special treat thanks to my downstairs neighbor, green gauge plums that are going to get chopped up into the oatmeal. Don't those look absolutely stunning? Anyway, first breakfast in 3 months, and my neighbor brings me a whole bunch of green gauge plums, so I'll probably cut about 8 or 10 of them into the oatmeal. So it's going to be oatmeal, salt, water, touch of protein powder, green gauge plums, and then put that together with a nice cup of Cafe Colombiana. So that's going to be breakfast, and while that's busy cooking and brewing and doing its thing, I'm going to be hitting the shower, and then after that, smashing out content for the Monday morning. Hey, good afternoon. Time for a little bit of a catch-up. The time has just gone about 2:30 in the afternoon. I had the really good breakfast. I'm not feeling super in need of lunch just yet, so I'll probably start cooking lunch somewhere around about 3:45-ish or so, which will then, those calories will help carry me way through late into the evening. But anyway, I've got a 14-item checklist, which I'm going to be talking to you about briefly as far as my overall content creator type of work that I'm needing to tackle for a Monday. The bike ride, 1,607 calories, not overly strenuous, and as I said, getting back from that, being able to smash in some breakfast, which means that my brain is a little bit more fueled, which means my brain is a little bit more active. Anyway, coming up as far as what I've got going on is yesterday's main video hasn't been published yet. There's a couple of things that I'm wanting to try there. So the next item that I'm sitting here with on my checklist is YouTube thumbnails, which means I'm going to be producing 2 thumbnails, playing the one off against the other a little bit to see which thumbnail I'm wanting to put onto yesterday's vlog video, because the overall topic of yesterday's video, I reckon, is important enough to warrant a thumbnail to maybe bring in slightly more traffic as far as that one's concerned. Then I need to go through my my blogs and look at the moderate the comments that have been coming in, because the way I've set the comments on my blogs is that all comments that come in need to be moderated so that I can so that my blogs don't get absolutely drowned in spam comments. So I need to go through those, delete the vast majority of them, and then authorize the couple that go through, and then all the ones that go through, write a response to each one of those worthwhile comments. So from that perspective, I've got listed here as I need to do 10 blog comments. In other words, delete the unnecessary ones, allow 10 through, and do 10 blog comment replies. Once I'm through with that, I need to create a new Pinterest post for the fashion beauty blog and get that published. On my Patreon, I need to create a new poll so that my patrons can vote for which blog posts they're wanting to see me write at the beginning in the first half of August. Then after that, I've got 2 blog posts that I'm wanting to write, complete, create the header images and publish. And then after that, I'll be having a couple of Project 24 members that have messaged me, going through those messages, messaging those people back, and then coming up at 5 o'clock this afternoon, there's a Project 24 Mastermind, which is all about the style of writing that you need to be using specifically for blog posts, because blog post writing is somewhat different to other types of creative writing, and having a look at different blog posts that have been written by different people and looking at how those blog posts can be tightened up in a way that makes that blog post work better that style of writing work better for a blog post, and thereby generate more traffic. So that's the Project 24 Mastermind coming up. Once that's finished, there's going to be another blog post that I'm wanting to start up and get at least about halfway through, and then after that will be the editing of this video. So I've got my work cut out for me. 14 items in the checklist. The top 2 items have been crossed off already, but that leaves me with a nice round dozen to be tackling. And as I said, just gone 2:30 in the afternoon. I'm going to be tackling all of those because I need to get a good few of those finished before 5 o'clock this afternoon when I'm sitting in the Project 24 Mastermind. Speak to you a bit later. Have a smashing Monday and knock out all the content that you're needing to do. And if any of the rest of you are in Project 24, hopefully I'll be seeing your faces in the masterminds. Till later, cheers. Good evening to you. The time's just gone about 9:30 in the evening. I've got my to-do list over here, and as you can see, it's mostly all crossed off. I've got 2 items left on my to-do list. This one over here is edit this very video that we're busy with at the moment, and that one over there is creating a new poll for my Patreon account where my patrons can vote for the next blog posts that they're wanting to see on one of my very specific blogs. As far as overall word count content creation, I'm on about 2,700 words, and my target for today was 2,100. So I've beaten the target there as far as word count is concerned. Now it's just a case of editing this video, creating the Patreon poll, and then wrapping up as early as I can this evening so that I can get a really good night's rest so that I can attack my Tuesday content output at full speed, and I sincerely hope that each and every single one of you will be doing likewise. Tomorrow morning when we do touch base for the first time, I just need to remind me that I tell you about the interesting comment that I received relating to the thumbnail that I tried to put on yesterday's video. Let me know in the comment section down below as well what you thought about that specific thumbnail, and if you could see the meaning behind the thumbnail that I had there and why I chose to have a mule, a donkey, in the thumbnail. Anyway, let me wrap this up, get this video editing, and get my last bit of content creation finished, and wrap up for the evening and have a good night's sleep. And I sincerely hope that you get all of your content created as well and have a thoroughly good night's rest as well. Speak to you tomorrow. Cheers.